and white stripes to their change strip. Combination of yellow and black. By Sterling. Manchester City on the move here. De Bruyne half thought about hitting it. Sane does hit it. Oh, it's off the post. And Huddersfield survived. There was a touch in the middle. We still have a non-league team in it. This is how it was nearly 1-0 at the other end. Aguero trying to do it himself, and it's kept out by Coleman.
Well, it's brilliant the way Aguero gets himself into the shooting position, but he fires that across the face of the goal. Sterling's there at the back post to score. Brilliant little touch through the legs of, I think.
And Lolly likes to drive on from that right-hand side. Here's Billing, and what a chance for Huddersfield here, and they've taken the lead. Harry Bunn, an amazing moment for him. The former Manchester City scholar, academy product, son of Frankie Bunn, who has a bit of a history in cup competitions, is now a Huddersfield coach.
Well, Martin, the best way to respond from a scare at one end is to counter quickly, and that's exactly what Huddersfield have done. They drive into an area where Man City back off. In the end, Billing's awareness and touch with the ball to Bunn, and then the finish, just the power beats Bravo, fires it underneath him. You can see Otamendi stones backing away. Billing, lovely touch into the path of Bunn, composes himself and then drills it through the legs of Bravo to put Huddersfield in the lead. Chance at one end, hits the post, and then back up the other end for Huddersfield's lead.
Well, he'd like to run and join in the celebrations, a bit difficult from up there. And of course, yes. And here's De Bruyne. Still Kevin De Bruyne.
Well, they're all peeling for a handball.
Well, he should have put the ball in the net. Around the world. Was this handball here?
Oh, clearly the right arm is out. And it is Stankovic. As he goes to ground, you can see he denies that ball being rolled into the path of Raheem Sterling.
Stankovic is out of position now. Holmes Dennis had to tuck in. Sterling with time. Again goes for the cross. More shouts for handball. The shot by Fernandinho.
It's Stankovic again, Martin. There's another handball there as Sterling cuts that ball back. He's released here from De Bruyne, and as he cuts that ball back, he's trying to pick out Fernandinho, and there's a handball there once again before the shot goes in. You can see Stankovic's right arm deflects it into the path of Fernandinho, headed over by Craney.
It's all exactly the same position with the arm down on the ground. That looked at maybe a little bit more accidental than the first. De Bruyne. And that's not quite cut out by Holmes Dennis. Sterling. And there it is, Leroy Sané. It was coming.
Martin, that is the first time that Holmes Dennis, Sané's pointing at the referee saying there's 3 handballs, because I think that they think that Holmes Dennis has handled that crossfield pass from De Bruyne. But it was the first time De Bruyne finds Sterling on this right-hand side. As the ball comes over, does he touch it? I don't think he does. There's a big cry for handball, but then he has to deal with Sterling. 2 step overs, and then he rolls it into the path of Sané for one that he can't miss. That is the first time Sterling's got one-on-one in a dangerous area against the fullback, and he makes it count.
And a straight ball by Zabaleta, and what's the referee going to make of that, with Otamendi ending up on the ground, and he's given the penalty. Stankovic.
Oh yeah, he's booked Stankovic for the push.
Yeah. Aguero's got the ball, so they finally do get a spot kick. It looked a pretty straight ball from Zabaleta, maybe easier to defend, but it had a little bit of craft to it.
Yeah, because Otamendi's got it in front of him. He's got goal side of Stankovic. The left arm goes out and drags him down.
Well, he's not faultless from the spot, Sergio Aguero. But here we are in the 35th minute to put City in front for the first time this evening. He's spot on tonight with his 21st goal of the season. Manchester City's 12th penalty of the season.
Well, he's a goal scorer extraordinaire, and he just hesitates in his run here, waits for Coleman to go to his left-hand side, and then just drags it back away from him into the top roof of the net. Wonderful penalty.
Where do you stand on this? Aguero won't be a pet player next season. Clive, do you think there's some substance to the FA Cup? City got through on the other two occasions. Here's Aguero. They're in again here. And he's hit the post. That post has been hit twice, as well as the back of the net hit twice.
Well, Aguero does everything right. Clichy's pressure, they capitalise on that. You see the way that he just nicks the ball. Now, when Aguero's one-on-one with the keeper, he's just trying to side foot that into the bottom corner. He has that look, he sees where the keeper is, he knows which way.
Two most uttered words in this stadium tonight: hand and ball. Here's Zabaleta, Fernandinho, and Aguero. Coleman really in the firing line, and Zabaleta made by Aguero. 3-1. Manchester City have given the most emphatic response.
Well, this is a brilliant response from City, and just look at the reaction of Aguero when he cuts that back to Zabaleta. He's euphoric with actually assisting in scoring. He has the opportunity, which he fires at Coleman. We watch it here. The one-touch football is good, the interplay. They get a bit of good fortune, but they capitalise on the chance. Watch Aguero, cuts it back, and then the celebration down at the bottom of your screen. He loved actually making that for Zabaleta. That really is a fantastic comeback from City.
Making it for a teammate and a real mate, the two Argentines. They'll dine out on this one. But Huddersfield, with their bold approach, have brought the best out of Manchester City. It's a compliment to them, really. And when City get it right, they're a few better.
Well, they asked the question, didn't they? They asked the question of Pep Guardiola's team.
Sane loses out. It's another lovely ball from Billing. What a chance to make it 3-2 just before half-time. Bravo keeps it out. Frustration for Huddersfield.
What a pass this is, Martin. That's the pass of the night. Brilliant awareness. What a big moment that is.
For, in the end, a decent half's work for Manchester City, but it wasn't easy. City 3, Huddersfield 1 at the break. Which saw Newcastle leapfrog Brighton to top that particular table. Promotion rivals, the two teams above Huddersfield, the team that they're confronting here. And placed third in there. Aguero into overdrive, and he's got Sane with him. Sterling the other side, but it's Sane's played through, and his touch gives the goalkeeper a chance he accepts. Sane's reflecting with a certain amount of anger at himself.
Oh, he knows that's a big chance.
Man.
Well, Martin, they had a big chance just before half-time to get back to 3-2, and this is a massive chance for Lolly. Is he offside when the ball's delivered, but he's coming backwards, and all of a sudden, completely unmarked. Must hit the target from there. Good delivery from the substitute. Oh, what a chance.
Split the two centre-halves, the ball in. And Joe Lolly. And the flag is up against Sterling. Nice interplay involving De Bruyne as well, but the assistant caught Raheem Sterling on the first ball in.
Yeah, Raheem Sterling just advances. He tries to check his run, but you can see in advance of the fullback before he receives the pass from Son.
Is there as well if a left foot is required. It's De Bruyne, and he's worked the ball again, put purchase on it. And it was a comfortable enough height for Coleman to turn aside.
But it comes over the wall, and again it's dipping and dropping down to the bottom left-hand corner. Coleman again
in the FA Cup with the quarter-final in sight, and maybe widening the margin here. They do. Beautifully done by Aguero. Beautifully done.
Martin, I'm not sure if Huddersfield are tiring here, but they missed two challenges. There's two toed passes. The first from Fernandinho, the second from Zabaleta, which eventually springs Sterling on the right-hand side. And then the run from Aguero is fantastic. Watch this. There's a touch there. Couldn't quite get to the ball. Again, a slip from the fullback. But Sterling, as soon as he takes the first touch, he can see the run of Aguero. He attacks the space at the near post, and that is Aguero at his best. Wonderful movement, explosive pace, great finish.
Clive, can you coach players to do that, to get across the front of defenders? It's such an effective thing if you manage it on a regular basis, like players like Sergio Aguero can do. He's of smaller stature and definitely more mobile. Do you have to have that, or can you make people particular company? And one day he might be sitting alongside players of that calibre. In by Whitehead. Fernandinho got to it. Oh, and it's maybe the last chance. They've had a few for Colin Quaner.
Well, they've had some big chances, in particular the one before half-time and the one just after half-time, the Lolly header. This would have been perhaps no more than consolation. It's all about technique on the half volley. First real chance that the big strikers had, and it's a poor hit in the end.
Crowd wanting one last attack in the last few seconds of this fifth-round replay. Fernandinho, Zabaleta's already on the scoreline tonight. Jesus Navas, who never scores. Nacho got the touch. He always scores when he gets this game time.
Well, there's a smile from Guardiola. I think the scoreline actually flatters City a little, but Nacho's helped himself to a goal. That's what he does. He comes in, he impacts the game. I think he's a tired Huddersfield right at the end. And is he offside? It's a close call. I think he is a fraction offside when that ball's delivered from Navas. But he won't be worried about that. It's another goal to his credit.
Just the merest deflection. Well, for half an hour, the dream was alive for Huddersfield. They led. That's a real poacher's goal. Somehow you find yourself in the right place. He's got the knack. The understudy to Aguero, who's got two tonight, including a penalty. Zabaleta chipped in. And at the end, good respect between the stand-in manager, Christoph Bühler, who was deputising for